It's Friday the 31st, I'm FX Blue and this is the month-end market update. And the headlines today are: did Barnier blink first in Brexit? Trump tariffs are due to hit China again, and the euro still lacks any key drivers. So Barnier's comments that a Brexit deal is close, they need follow through if sterling is going to stand up to the pressures from returning sellers. It's quite possible that EU discussions over the summer concluded that a deal is more important to the likes of Warsaw, Budapest and maybe even Rome than any continued bickering that does ultimately risk no deal, leaving EU citizens in the UK high and dry. And since the beginning of the negotiations, there's been a lingering doubt that individual nations wanted to take the same hard line as the EU Commission. But we'll see. We need more details, and in the meantime, the market remains wary of all things Brexit, and despite the cautious rally earlier the week, there was renewed interest to sell against the dollar yesterday. Cable fell from 130.45 to a low of 129.85 before closing around 130.10. Sterling euro held up slightly better, closing around 111.20. In the US, the consultation period for the new trade tariffs is coming to an end now, so the next $200 billion worth of tariffs could come into force as early as next week. It's obviously likely, therefore, that Beijing will retaliate and impose fresh sanctions of their own. Risk aversion, therefore, driven partly by the rising trade tension, has paused the dollar correction, and buyers have returned. The dollar index rose yesterday to 94.90 before closing just down at 94.70. Next week we have the non-farm payrolls, which should bring the economy back into focus. The FOMC will be looking for further justification for rate hikes, but evidence points to a slightly slowing economy. Wage growth, for example, has been steady. It's been 2.7% for a few months now. So if this flatlines again, or indeed if this declines, then further pressure could mount on the FOMC to leave rates on hold for the rest of 2018, particularly when we have Trump less than thrilled with the recent rate hikes that we've seen in the US. The euro, of course, lacks any key drivers at the moment. We saw euro dollar yesterday fall to 116.40 as those dollar buyers return. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.